Let's talk about the time both players have spent on court, Colin, first of all, and whether you feel like it's a factor today. Fairly big difference. Alcaraz 5 hours 25, Rinderknech 9 hours 47.
I mean, I think it's a factor. Not sure it'll be the deciding factor.
Net first serve.
You know, certainly good for Alcaraz to have only had that amount of time on court in 3 best-of-5 set matches for this match, and you know, potentially future matches in this tournament. It's going to make things probably even harder for Rinderknech.
There might be a bit of tiredness in the body after his passage into the 4th round, but should be. Stepping on court, feeling like he's got nothing to lose.
I think if Rinderknech can make time on court a real factor here, then it's a good thing for him, because it'll mean he's in the match. And I think in these early stages, you know, there'll be so much adrenaline, nervous energy. You know, he'll want to play well here, his best slam run so far.
Working with Luca Pouille, who was 10 in the world at his best. Familiar face from the ATP Tour, who's still hoping to come back and carry on his career, by the way, out injured at the moment. One of the stories for Pouille of late, struggled with all sorts of injuries, wrist problem at the moment, but since the start of the grass season has been helping Rinderknech, and it's been going well.
Yeah, he's alongside Paul-Henri Mathieu, French Davis Cup captain.
Game, Rinderknech.
It's a very nice start. Let's check in with Robbie Koenig for the first time courtside.
During the day, very different atmosphere to the night where there's the constant chatter. I don't know how much that is day versus night, or whether the fact it's Carlos Alcaraz playing and everybody is just so in awe and so in anticipation.
Carlos Alcaraz to serve.
You know, Rinderknech has played some big matches this year. He was pretty bold in his assessment of taking on Sinner at the French Open, felt he had a chance, and I'm sure with that kind of mindset, he's going to back himself. He's been around.
Just 23 games lost so far for Alcaraz through the draw. It's been efficient, to say the least. On the back of the Cincy title, of course, was up against Sinner in the final in Cincinnati before the Italian had to retire from that final after 5 games with illness. Finished second best to Sinner at Wimbledon.
Well, that is exactly what Rinderknech is about. That's exactly what he's looking for. He likes to move up the court. He likes to hit big. And showing there that he's got the power to punch holes in Alcaraz.
Oh. 30-15.
Some early power for the Spaniards. Caught in full sunshine. This time of the day,
40-15.
slightly less complicated than that first match of this session.
Yeah, just a little bit of power, wasn't it?
Oh, are you kidding me? The sound that ball made off of his strings was something else, gentlemen.
And it's not a new thing. This tournament, his forehand has been so big. Consistently big. You know, I watched him against Bellucci in round 2, and it's like his team, you know, his coach Juan Carlos Ferrero, David Ferrer, Davis Cup captain, was in it. They're looking at each other almost laughing, because we're used to seeing the occasional massive forehand, but it felt like every second one was full power. So impressive.
I love your discussion at the beginning of this match, Colin, about how dialed in he's needed to be given that tricky first round opponent in Riley Opelka, because when you have a look back at Wimbledon and Cincinnati, that wasn't really the case, was it? Against Fognini, he was loose first round at Wimbledon. That one went the distance, became a tricky match in the end for him.
15 up.
And in Cincy against Damir Juma, that was a crazy match. One half decent set, one terrible set of tennis, and he was in a little bit of trouble there early stages of the third.
And both of those guys sort of, you know, baseliners, not got big serves. Alcaraz probably feeling he has margin for error.
Exactly.
Pelka's the kind of guy you know, switch off for a second, lose your serve, it can cost you the set.
Yeah, and then maybe a tiebreaker. There's 2 sets gone right there. But yeah, you just get the feeling that that match just sharpened his blades, didn't it? Like right from the get-go. There's no settling into this tournament for me. I need to come prepared. And of course, we remember what happened 12 months ago with Alcaraz losing to Botic van der Zandschulp second round. He didn't win a set there, which was so surprising. Different story this year.
So it's been a good start from the 30-year-old who comes from down on the French Riviera, beautiful part of the world.
30-15.
Results since teaming up with Luca Pouille have been very, very impressive. Some big wins as well, which will fuel the confidence today.
Yeah, I get the sense that Pouille has, you know, just instilled a lot of belief in Rinderknech. You know, I'm sure as a coach they'll be, you know, working on the practice court, making tactical plans. But for me, that's the sort of the big ticket item. It's getting him to really back himself. And, you know, he went out and centre court at Wimbledon against Alexander Zverev and got the job done this year. And if that doesn't give you belief, I'm not sure what will.
Well, I tell you what, the afterburners are red hot from the very beginning, boys.
There's no way he got to this. Surely not. Actually got there with, you know, a little bit of margin and able to nudge it down the line. That is incredible.
Explosive speed off the mark. It's probably taken Rinderknech by surprise there. He's got another chance to wrap up this service game.
Amazing, isn't it? You know, you think, wow, that's a bad time for a double fault, but the reality is that against pretty much every other player in the world, Rinderknech is sitting down 2-1 ahead right here.
I was about to say, he's 40-15 and hit a good drop shot there.
That's a lesson, you know, for Alcaraz. You know, that's how focused he's been. Even at 40-15 for Rinderknech, he gave everything to chase that ball, steal that point, and have a chance here for an early break. Brilliant serve. Just 102 miles per hour, but I love the width he got on that.
5 out of 5 behind the first serve so far. Very good serves to come through game 3. It's been a good start. Rinderknech with a couple of holds which should help settle him into this environment. That's one of the tests for anybody playing the first ever match inside the stadium. That's the case for the Frenchman today. The biggest purpose-built tennis stadium in the world, 24,000 seats, there or thereabouts. Robbie courtside, just quickly on the setting today and the challenge that faces Rinderknech in that respect. You've got a good view of how intimidating this place can be.
It certainly can be, but I would take the words of Cam Norrie yesterday. Colvin, you on the call, and if this is not where you want to be on the middle Sunday, if you're a young tennis player growing up, maybe Roland Garros for a Frenchman, but it doesn't get much better than this, and I think you've got to embrace it first of all. Try and keep to the back of your mind the intimidating factor of the size of the stadium, and just remind yourself of the fact that you have played big matches this year and you've won some of them. He gave Sinner a good run for his money at the French, the match you guys mentioned against Zverev. And I like the brand of tennis that Rinderknech plays. It's big or go home, and you have to play like that against somebody like Alcaraz. I think if you want to have success, you're not going to be able to out-rally this guy. You've got to be a disruptor, and, you know, somebody like him has that sort of a game. I almost put him in the same sort of class as a young Leonard Struff, the way in which they play.
Yeah, I like that comparison a lot. Game styles. Big hitters.
How's he done that?
Well, he's pulled a rabbit out of the hat there. Ridiculous skills from Alcaraz. Behind the back, half volley.
4 games in.
It's not even fair anymore. This is just getting ridiculous. Look at this.
Game Alcaraz.
Rinderknech has hit that hard as well. Come off it.
That is the alchemy of Alcaraz. My goodness.
Even Rinderknech is smiling at that one. I mean, you have to laugh, right?
Outrageous from the number 2 seed. No wonder he's struggling with the ball toss after that. Mind scrambled.
Yeah, head spinning. You know, just the sort of regulation points in this match are a challenge for Rinderknech, aren't they? But Alcaraz has already shown twice his ability to produce the miraculous and steal points as well. Robbie, did he need to play that ball? Was it going in?
Yes, he did. It was. Absolutely it was. He's looked back as if to say, oh, no, maybe it's going out, but it was definitely going in. He was well inside the baseline when he made contact with it.
I wonder if the uncertainty looks quickly to the baseline, maybe led to the miss hit. Very surprising miss.
(30-15).
Colin, I'm just looking around the stadium. There is not a seat to be had. And this is what this guy brings to the court. It's just the unexpected, the jaw-dropping, and seems to have fun while he's doing it. And again, I
40,
don't know
15.
if this is a day-night thing, but I can tell you it is so much quieter down courtside than certainly any of the evening matches I've done. And I think it's because everybody is so attentive to see what's going to happen next. There's no time to have chats and conversations.
Yeah, I think there's an element of that, Robbie.
Game, Rinderknech.
Without doubt, this guy's already putting on a show.
Rinder.
Over on Armstrong. Fritz plays Mahac and Djokovic Struff on this court later today. So Struffy, as he's known, will get his chance. Talking about him during the last few minutes, plays Novak. Got through qualifying, Jan Struff.
Oh. That's how more damage done, thankfully. Other than to the ego, perhaps. It's good stuff from Rinderknech. Alcaraz mixing in some slice, just trying to break the rhythm of the Frenchman, but he's
Love 15.
hitting the ball so cleanly. Look at that picture off the net cam. Thankfully, that member of the ball crew is all good.
Champ, just check with him right now. You okay? He's just checking out his elbow in front of me.
Those that know their football or soccer, we call that a Klinsmann dive, don't we? The goal celebration.
And the aggression, nice. Getting his teeth into this sixth game.
Not quite the same as the dive that Daniel Medvedev did after winning the title here. You remember that one, guys? What did he call it? It was the PlayStation move, wasn't it?
Yeah, something fish, wasn't it?
Yes.
Dead fish or...
Yeah. L1 and R2 or something like that. I think all the gamers out there just cancelled me for getting it wrong, but not far off.
Looking for a fourth US Open
15,
quarterfinal
30.
today. There's Carlos. Could become the youngest man in the Open era to reach 13 Grand Slam quarterfinals if he wins this match.
And I read looking to reach the quarterfinals of all 4 slams in the same season for the first time, which again speaks to the consistency he's now bringing. Important moments here, though. Rinderknech has made a good start. 15-30, second serve. Chance to make something happen. Yeah, that
Out.
kicker just got up and away.
30
He got some
all.
good purchase on that one. He definitely put a little bit more oomph into it, Colin. I remember when he played so well here in 2022, he used that heavy kick serve on the ads court so effectively.
Yeah.
Threw in the odd serve and volley. It was a masterclass in the use of that shot.
That's the right point,
40,
the right
30.
move. He's got to make the volley.
And I think part of missing that volley, Colin, is the Alcaraz effect. He's tried to cut that so thin that he's actually hit it too thin.
Yeah, the 2 points in particular that he's already stolen. Ridiculous defense. Makes you go for more.
Game Alcaraz. 3 games all.
Of course,
First set.
Rinderknech, a product of Texas A&M, and as I look over to his booth, I see one of the longest serving Division I head tennis coaches on the men's side. Steve Denton, what a player he was back in the day. Of course, I played with my fellow countryman Kevin Curran. They were a dynamic duo. Won the Aussie Open in dubs. A top 10 singles player, if memory serves, for Steve. Still steering the men's Aggies team.
One of the many products of the American college or university system. Oh, he's done it again. An incredible steal from the Spaniard.
Well, welcome to the Carlos Alcaraz magic show here on Arthur Ashe.
15.
Third trick of the day. Doesn't just get to this thing, but gets the racket under it to get the elevation on the lob. I actually think Rinderknech has done a good job not to let the 3 crazy points get to him. You know, he's just staying in his own space, isn't he?
Yeah, you're wondering, aren't you, whether that sort of moments can throw an opponent off rhythm, but it doesn't seem to have so far.
No, and he can't control it, of course. He's just got to keep playing his game. There you go.
Too good that time.
You can't get to all of them. And, you know, there's already enough evidence here that Rinderknech's brand of tennis
30-15.
is capable of making this match very competitive.
I also think if Luca Pui's done a good job, he will have reminded Rinderknech that there are going to be some bonkers points out here, and you must be ready to accept the outcome of those, like we've just seen. So then the shock factor is not as great.
$40-15.
He's been climbing the rankings with this run here in New York. 82 in the ATP entry list, but 57 in the live rankings. It's a nice finish and another nicely constructed point from the Frenchman. Alcaraz with the new balls, playing catch-up 3-4. Of course, you both will remember, and I like the parallel today between Rinderknech and his coach Luca Pui. Pui stepping on this court and beating a certain Rafa Nadal here at the US Open. That was Pui's first ever match inside Arthur Ashe Stadium, and here Rinderknech is playing his first match against another fantastic Spaniard.
Yeah, and it was 2016 that year, and it was a 4th round match as well. So Pui with relevant, very relevant experience to help Rinderknech with his approach to this one.
I was reading in the last couple of days as well, we've talked about Rinderknech beating Zverev at Wimbledon. Apparently the night before he played Zverev on centre at Wimbledon. Watched the highlights of Pui's victory over Rafa here at the US Open for inspiration. So yeah, he's certainly got a guy in his corner, hasn't he, who
40 love.
has experience of playing big matches on big stages.
It's going to be interesting today. You know, Rinderknech has started well, but you know, I watched their match at the Queen's Club a couple of months ago, just prior to Wimbledon. You know, Rinderknech played some nice stuff that day, but ultimately he didn't create a break point on the Alcaraz serve. Still hasn't created one today, and kind of didn't really produce the goods at the business end of both sets.
Alcaraz.
So it's one thing sort of getting to the stage we're at now, 4-all, really impressive. What does he
4 games
produce
all
from here?
on
That's
first
going to be
set.
the key.
Fifteen up.
So those wins Rinderknech has had. A couple of good ones at Queen's. As a lucky loser, incidentally, at the grass court tournament just before Wimbledon. Beat Ben Shelton and Riley Opelka before the quarterfinal defeat to Alcaraz. Zverev and Christian Garin at Wimbledon before losing in the third round. And actually went back to the clay, played a couple of clay court 250 tournaments after Wimbledon. Made the semis in Kitzbühel at altitude. A defeat in Canada. It's a pretty quick turnaround after you've played on clay, then into a Masters 1000 hardcourt tournament. And a couple of good wins in Cincy as well. Beat Nuno Borges, the Portuguese #1, and Casper Ruud before the heat got him against Felix Auger-Aliassime, the third match in Cincy. But it was brutally hot and humid at that Masters tournament. Forced to retire with heat exhaustion from that contest. Did actually play in Winston-Salem as well, so it's been very busy since teaming up with Puig.
It's always one of those decisions you've got to make, isn't it? When you suddenly got confidence, you know, where his ranking was in the 80s, you need to accumulate points. And how long do you run with that confidence week after week after week? Or do you perhaps take a week off and try and recover, but you might lose that momentum?
And speaking of momentum, 30 love becomes 30 all
30
here.
all.
Alcaraz somewhat fortunate with the miss-hit return there, landing in. This is a test now for Rinderknech. I wonder if that
40,
serve
30.
right now is difficult to return because of the shadow. The ball is coming from the sunshine at Rinderknech's end into the shadow where Alcaraz tried to return it. Certainly doesn't make it any easier. I've heard a few players talk about the difficulty at this time of day. with the shadow moving across the court, just the visibility a little more of a challenge.
Again,
What a
Rinderknech.
serve to wrap up the 9th game by his standards. 8 of 19 made, 42%. He's been very good when he's got that first ball in. 9 of 9. Actually incredibly efficient behind the second serve so far as well. So at the moment, the missed first serve's not making any difference.
30 love.
At least in the scoreline, might be making a difference to how he's feeling about his game so far today.
Led first service. Led first service. Out. 40 love.
Fair bit of talk around Alcaraz's serve early in this 2025 season. He brought another coach into the team in the off-season, Samuel Lopez, and he alongside Juan Carlos Ferrero. They got to work on the serve, trying to make it a little more fluid, the motion, less of a pause. I think it has improved as the year has gone on.
Again, Alcaraz. Five games all of first set. Thank you.
Frenchman gets on now, has to try to stick to the Spaniard at this stage.
15 love.
Just feels to me that Rinderknech is really enjoying these afternoon conditions. It's not as hot as it can be, but there's a nice heat in the air today. Things pretty quick and lively and bouncy, and he looks comfortable, and he also looks a threat.
That's not fair.
Guy's so lucky.
Very rarely happens here at the US Open. These are some of the heaviest and tightest nets in the game.
15.
Usually these pop up. But this is Carlos Alcaraz. Deftest of touches and just gets that little dead net cord.
What's that saying, Rob? The harder you work.
Yeah, luck is a dividend of sweat.
Yeah.
The more you sweat, the luckier you get.
No, you like your dividends, Robbie.
Oh.
Well, just got to be careful here because these feel like
40-30.
comfortable service games, but at 5-all, Alcaraz back into these games, it can be dangerous.
So we've seen it already in this match, haven't we? 1-all. It was 40-15. Alcaraz with a ridiculous save, gets himself back to juice, creates some pressure. Even at 4-all, it was 30-love, gets back to 30-all, it's pressure. This is a big point for Rinderknech. Got to try and get out of the game here. Does it in style.
Again,
that is quality.
It really is. Nice change-up. Great. Alcaraz up to the line. 5-6. Good first set, this. That's the opening point you're looking for if you're the Frenchman.
Love 15.
Yeah, and not a nice feeling for Alcaraz, you know, to miss-hit a forehand like that, the opening point of a big game. Just taking an extra second or two here to steady himself. Oh.
15-all.
No hesitation on that backhand, fully committed.
Just measured the length of the court so well here. Actually had to bend my head around one of the security guards just to make sure it wasn't. I had about 95% of the court covered with my regulation look.
Don't tell me they've given you a restricted view again, Robbie, have they?
No restricted views on Ash. We've just got to get him a cushion to sit on.
They're going to have to wrestle me away from the seat.
30-15.
Full stretch, and it's been a fine response from Love 15.
Yeah, it really has.
40-15.
Just took a few extra moments, as I said, Love 15. And it's been impressive since. Just love the way he freezes the racket on that backhand volley. Doesn't try to overplay it, just gets the direction. Brilliantly done.
$40-30.
Words of encouragement from the Alcaraz team, led by Juan Carlos Ferrero, world number 1.
Let. First serve.
Finalist here, JCF, 2003.
Again, Alcaraz. Six games all on tiebreak. Each player receives one additional challenge.
So 50 minutes on the clock. And this has been a very tight opening set. No break points for either player.
Tightest set Alcaraz has played so far. even against Opelka. He didn't have to play a tiebreak, won that one 4-5 and 4. No other sets have gone past 6-4 so far.
Tiebreak records this season. Spaniards a lot healthier.
One, 0. Rinderknech.
These are the moments you've got to step up if you're Rinderknech, if you're going to come away with big surprise victory today.
One all.
First serve percentage has been low. That takes it to 50 now. 15 out of 30 first serves in, but he's won 14 of those 15 points. Rinderknech not able to do any damage there.
Let, first serve.
Equally, Rinderknech has won 18 of his 19 first serve points.
It's a fabulous return. Got it down to the Spaniard's feet at pace.
2-1, Rinderknech.
Yeah, we're used to seeing Alcaraz make these, but not this time. You know, he's human. He can't make them every single time. And it's advantage Rinderknech early in the breaker.
Yeah, first blood to the Frenchman with the mini break. Can he build on this? A couple of good points on serve would be perfect at this stage.
Two all.
Has to go down for me as a mental error. Coach Luca Puy on the left there. Davis Cup captain Paul-Henri Mathieu on the right. He's just got the initiative. And then hits his second double fault of the set.
Let, first serve.
Coach is just asking him to reach up on his serve a little bit more.
Beautiful. Just steers it round the corner.
Thanks for coming. I thought he could have done a little more with the first pass, Alcaraz. And when he was stuck with a chopper grip here, you think he's going to do well to win this point, but he's just got that little magical touch again. Flicks around the outside of the ball, completely fools Rinderknech. And how quickly this tiebreak has just changed.
That was filthy feel.
And what about the smile after as well?
Oh, he knew it.
Yeah, I know it's a good shot, but he's in the midst of a tiebreak here, a pressure situation. The way this guy draws people into the sport, it's right up there.
When you look around this stadium, this magnificent stadium here in New York, and it's pretty much completely full. brand of tennis that Alcaraz plays, one of the reasons why.
And not only that, as Robbie has said from the get-go, it's full. And this match, and Alcaraz has their full attention. Played a good enough breaker here, Rinderknech, since going a mini break ahead. Just wonder in that moment, did he something switch in his mindset?
Hasn't won a point since. 4 set points for the second seed. Around for just a bit longer.
6-3, Alcaraz.
The Spaniard still with 3 chances to get to his chair with the opener in the bag. Had to work hard though. 58 minutes now on the match clock.
Game and first set.
That will do it. Carlos Alcaraz still yet to drop a set here in New York. Takes the opener on a breaker.
Out. Fifteen love.
So set 2 underway. Let's see what Rinderknech has got.
30 love.
See whether there's any kind of hangover after that first set breaker, which was looking good at 2-1 mini break, and then he hit a wall.
Yeah, and that's a key point you make. I'm sure there'll be some disappointment for Rinderknech, the way that tiebreak played out. But overall, he played a good set of tennis. The key thing is now, don't let it turn into a sort of 2, 3, 4 game slump in the match and make this easy for Alcaraz. Just got to stay with them.
40 love.
Keep holding serve, you know, get to sort of 2-all and get some positivity going again in his mindset. Didn't do an awful lot wrong in the set. First serve percentage, I think, just low. And ultimately, from 2-1 mini break up in the breaker, he just didn't quite produce the goods. But tell yourself, if you get there again, you know, you can make it a different story.
First game and second set.
It's a tough sport in that respect. Back to the drawing board for
He did well there, Rinderknech. Under extreme pressure, just got the pass wide and low, made life difficult. And this is a key game for him. Got to go and put a solid hold on the board and show that that tiebreak hasn't knocked him too much.
Yeah. 30 love. Love.
Lehechka waiting for the winner of this match. He's come through against another French player in action today, Manarino. 4 sets, second major quarter-final for the young Czech, and it could be a top 20 debut as well.
Yeah, he's playing some serious tennis. I like the way he's been able to evolve his game. Going to the net a lot more this season than he has done in the past.
1 game all and second set.
Of course, a lot of people were looking forward to the potential of a Shelton Alcaraz quarter-final, but of course didn't work out with the retirement from the American lefty after the injury during his match against Manarino. So Lehechka making the most of the opportunity in that section of the draw. Tuesday. Day off tomorrow for all the players in action today.
Wait, please.
Just jaw-dropping, the athleticism, the artistry, and the power at the end of his range.
It's unplayable, isn't it, Robbie? I mean, Rinderknech has played a brilliant approach here. But open stance, sliding in. That's the shot for me. Novak Djokovic changed this sport. Open stance, sliding, two-handed backhands. You know, in a different era, that was probably a slice, trying to get the ball down below the height of the net.
Yeah, too true.
What? Game Alcaraz.
Pretty smooth start to this second set for the number 2 seed. He's up
2 games to
2-1.
1. Second set, and by 1 set to love.
Me on my
$50 enough.
Play catch up in this set, serving second. Brings a bit of extra pressure to the situation for the Frenchman.
Yeah, just a different dynamic.
$50 all.
Alcaraz I think he's really found his rhythm on return as yet. You know, credit to Rinderknech in that regard. He has, you know, been mixing the serve very nicely. Both sides, plenty of variety. That wide serve in particular to the juice court has really been effective.
30-15.
How short this is in the box. Interesting to see if Alcaraz adjusts his return position at all on the juice court. Either, you know, stand wider, take some of that angle away, or maybe stand a little closer to the baseline to move diagonally and cut the angle off.
40-15.
It's just a ridiculous serve. I mean, that is passing Alcaraz on the other side of the court. It's hit the line, but it's swinging away as well. Really getting the ball to move in the air.
Game.
He's on the deck, but he's okay. And that's a good hold of serve from Rinderknech.
2 games all in second set.
Second set. I'll quickly steer you towards the US Open website. That's usopen.org. That's your online home for point-by-point live scoring, highlights, stats, draws and schedules on there on a daily basis. Visit the official tournament website, usopen.org. There's the US Open app as well. Don't forget that. Download to follow everybody in action here on a daily basis. Available on the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. And my favourite feature of the app, Colin, have you seen this? If you fire up the app, you hit more, you've got the option to see court seating availability this year, and you can check out where the spaces are around the grounds.
Oh, that is another level.
Very cool, isn't it? So where you can squeeze in to watch some big names. Robbie Koenig doesn't need that. See, he's got his own seat down there.
Robbie's got
39.
AAA on his pass, I think. Access all areas.
I must say, I've told the story a few times, but you can't believe the number of chances that try and make their way down into this lower bowl. They want to get close to the action, and they will seat hop until somebody either comes back or nobody comes back, and they'll watch from down here. Someone's gone out to take a break or get a drink.
Out.
You've got to be savvy in this town, and there's plenty of it going on here in the lower bowl.
Don't leave your seat then, Rob.
I've got big Shuzo Matsuoka sitting alongside me. He's got me covered. What a run he had here at the US Open.
Former star of Japanese tennis.
Arthur.
Important stage of this challenge today for Arthur Rinderknech to keep sticking to the former champion for as long as he can. So often we see, don't we, you know, a matchup with this sort of, between these sort of players, these sort of rankings, you know, top 5 player against someone just inside the top 100. You play a good first set, it slips away from you, and often in the nicest possible way, the match is done then.
Yeah, particularly, you know, serving second in this set. He's got to stick with Alcaraz.
Big change of return position there, guys.
Yeah, very deep, wasn't he?
Back.
And stepping right up to the baseline for the second serve. In fact, catching Rinderknech's eye here. It's a home run of a forehand.
Love 30.
He's playing around with the return position. Took time away from Rinderknech, bought himself some time for this forehand, and goodness me, did he make it count. And not for the first time, he has completely fooled Rinderknech at the net.
14.
Chopper grip, look at the way he just holds the face open here as if he's going to go down the line, and then just closes it to go cross court. The no-looker as well. Thank you very much.
The look on Rinderknech's face.
Yes.
For a moment, he was going to dig that one up. Frenchman equal to the task that time,
15-14.
under pressure here.
Yeah, maybe slightly overdid it here, Alcaraz. Tried to fool him again. Shaped line, rolled across. Well done, Arthur Rinderknech, who was waiting.
Second chance. First break of the match.
Alcaraz leads 4-2. Second
It's amazing, isn't it? Yeah, just little adjustments with the return position, and all of a sudden Rinderknech is thinking about him rather than in that nice rhythm that he had, and of course produces a couple of quality points, but completely changed things. Finds his first break, and he's now in complete control of this contest.
I just get the feeling courtside here that he has suddenly upped the ante.
15 up.
I mean, he won that last game. He just imposed his will on Rinderknech, and he's doing the same here, just using that momentum of the break.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? Don't you think the top players, in fact, I'm going to go as far as to say the top athletes in all sports, good for Rinderknech. You know, yes, there was a little tactical change with the return, but don't you think they have an ability to almost will things into existence?
I couldn't agree with you more, Cole. One of our favourite athletes, Tiger Woods, in his prime, he used to will that ball into the hole, I reckon. It was almost like with universal energy, they could get the outcome that they wanted.
And of course, there's, you know, rep after rep of making it happen. So that ultimate confidence is in there, but it's in the moment they put their powers into getting something, and more often than not they do.
Thinking
of even, you know, I'm well out of my depth here, but you know, some of the best quarterbacks, you know, in a crunch moment, just making a pass happen, or you know, a footballer finding a way to score a goal. It's a skill in itself.
Absolutely. And wanting to have the ball, wanting to have the balls in your hand when you're serving, wanting to be the guy who takes the free kick, wanting to be the quarterback that makes the throw.
That was a missed opportunity for Rinderknech. It's a good drop shot, but he got there in enough time just to well, at least make that ball deep in the court and take up position at the net.
And definitely, as these courts have started to speed up, Colin, a drop shot with a little bit of slice on actually gets quite a bit of skid forward.
Here is a chance that we didn't really see coming.
30-40.
Where does this come from? A slight loss of focus, perhaps.
First break points for the world number 82. Disappears in a flash. With a bit of extra volume for good measure.
I mean, talking about wanting the ball in a big moment. I mean, he wanted that forehand.
A moment's hesitation, is there? It's just missed though, so Rinderknech will get a second opportunity. You feel
Advantage.
he has to
Rinderknech.
pounce here. He's going to rescue this second set. Won't get too many of these today.
Deuce.
Finding first serves when he needs them. It's also a skill.
Advantage. Alcaraz.
Found another gear. Just in time in the seventh game. And that's wide. And Alcaraz snuffs out the danger, and he's got the 5-2 lead. And he's looking good for a 2 sets to love lead. Now set tiebreak is starting to pull away from his French opponents. Breathing space now, 3-game cushion. Rinderknech serving to stay in this second set, 2-5. Alcaraz will be gunning for the ATP Finals trophy. Regardless of what happens here in New York, that'll be one of the next items on the checklist. End of the season in Turin once more.
30 love.
Remember we were discussing when we, I think we worked together for Rotterdam, didn't we, when Alcaraz won that week. Nicely done, great athleticism. The Rotterdam title come Turin, that could come in handy.
30-15.
To boost the confidence.
Yeah, it looked very, very good on an indoor hard court in Holland. Crazy smash here.
Are you kidding me?
It's almost like one of those points you see on social media, you know, the paddle players where they're hitting those sort of slices and spinning them around the court. Just nurtured that thing away.
Subtle brilliance there.
Yeah.
Just the use of spin. Doesn't always have to be about power.
You know, it's extra special, don't you, when Alcaraz smiles afterwards?
Yeah.
It's just a little look to the team.
30 all.
There's been a few smiles today already.
He's a pretty cool customer.
Must be pretty fun to be able to play tennis like him.
Oh, no. I wonder where you got that idea from.
What are your weaknesses? None. What are your strengths? Everything.
And yes,
40,
I'm sure
30.
you both watched the documentary that came out featuring Carlos. A lot of footage from Spaniard back home with his family. He's so grounded, isn't he?
Yeah, still loves to stay at home with his parents, right?
Yeah, still got the old bedroom.
Yep.
The Grand Slam trophies on the top of the cupboard.
So little underarm serve there.
Oh,
Thank you, please.
a couple of jeers, but I've got no problem with it.
Caused a stir.
Of course, Alcaraz has moved very deep in the court for that return, so the underarm is on. Never ideal when you go for it and miss it, though.
Well, the second came at 127 miles an hour.
It just shows you that the adjustment that Alcaraz has made has bothered Rinderknech. You know, it's unsettled him.
Out. Advantage, Rinderknech. Game, Rinderknech.
Service game with a bit of everything.
You know what the funny thing is,
Alcaraz
gents,
leads 5
a
games
lot
to
of people
3.
in the stadium, when they
Second
leave
set.
here today, they'll remember that underarm serve that Arthur tried against Alcaraz.
Yeah, it gets people going, doesn't it? It's a divisive shot.
Yeah, gets their attention. Something different.
Verbal encouragement from Luca Pouy and Paul-Henri Mathieu. So a lot of good work with the FFT, the French Tennis Federation. Mathieu, former player, of course. Nicely done.
Love 15.
Yeah, I like the way he just kept the hand soft here, Rinderknech, and just whipped around the outside of the ball to get the curve.
Fifteen all. $30-15.
Yeah, he served a lot better in this set. In the first serve percentage was 47. He's up at 68 now. Set number 2, that certainly makes things a little more straightforward.
40-15.
And produced some key first serves. It's not just the overall percentage. You know, that sticky game at 4-2, down a couple of break points. He found the first serves when he needed them.
Set points for the Spaniard. Really take charge of this match.
Again, second set.
Wraps it up.
Alcaraz.
And Carlos Alcaraz is set
By
away
6 games to
from another
3.
US Open quarter-final.
Alcaraz leads 2 sets to love.
Oh.
15 love.
Mentioned that Alcaraz served better in set 2. He also upped the ball speed from the back of the court. Set 1, his average topspin forehand was 74 miles per hour, and set 2 it was 79, and on the backhand he went from 62 to 71 miles per hour on average. So hitting bigger, made the set his.
Fifteen, 30.
Bit of pressure already. He's looking to strike early here, build his momentum. It's a nice touch.
Yeah, that's very nicely done.
30
An
all.
impressive return from Alcaraz from way deep in the court, and it's easy when you're playing this sort of ball. You know your opponent's sprinting forward to just take your eye off it and either overdo it or miss in the net. And he judged that one nicely.
Especially when it's Alcaraz.
Yeah, you know how quick he is.
Seen that today already. And he's got him this time. And here comes the break chance.
30, 40.
Tell you what's so noticeable here, Colin, is how Alcaraz attacks the passing shot. Doesn't wait for the ball to come to him. He's so explosive with his legs and his racket head. It's just that nuclear athleticism we so often associate with him.
Deep in the court again. He'll actually be disappointed to miss that return.
One of 3 converted today. Haven't seen too many break points between these two.
Advantage,
3
Rinderknech.
for Carlos, couple for Arthur today. Went unconverted in the second.
Again, Rinderknech.
Middle of a 4th round match, he's got the presence of mind and is relaxed enough to do that.
Fifteen up.
Those are the kids that Robbie was just talking about a moment ago, having a fabulous day out. Front row, Arthur Ashe Stadium. How cool's that?
Fifteen all.
Posing for the camera that time. Carlos. just brilliant. Pretty much half volleyed that backhand pass.
30-15.
Goodness gracious me. This guy's such a skill merchant. I mean, it all happened so quickly. I was admiring the return of serve of Rinderknech, and before I've got time to look across the net, the ball's already coming back.
Yeah, most players would have been rushed into an error there. That was a brilliant return. Alcaraz hits it for a winner.
Wobbly tooth.
Yes.
It's that sort of age, isn't it?
Tooth Fairy might be coming to town soon.
Expensive these days.
Yeah, it's inflation.
Yeah, lovely combo. Just to snuff out the threat of having to
40,
face a
30.
great point as dad.
It's really apparent early in this set how well he's seeing the ball, how well he's moving. Robbie's mentioned it, how early he took the pass in the previous game. The reaction on the backhand we saw, and that forehand, you know, he's taking the ball so early here. Oh,
Again, Alcaraz.
unplayable.
One game all, third set.
The forehand and the power, of course, is incredible, but it's the footwork, you know, so light on his feet to get into the position to allow himself to hit that big. He is looking razor sharp.
Up. Love.
10 out of 10 for serve so far. Set 3 for Rinderknech, that helps.
Out 40 love. Again, Rinderknech.
Again, he's
ball,
bounced back
please.
well after losing ratio today. 29 winners, 9 unforced.
15 up.
Plus 20. That's a good number, isn't it?
Yeah, that's seriously impressive. I always think unforced errors, you know, you need to give some consideration to who
30 love.
you're playing. Yeah, he's less likely to make unforced errors, or as many unforced errors, against someone like Rinderknech, who's going really big early in the points, you know, shorter points, less long rallies, therefore probably a few less unforced errors. But yeah, 29 winners, 9 unforced, that is good.
Out. 40 love. Game, Alcaraz.
What can you miss it? Service game from Alcaraz. Other than a little dip in focus I felt he had at 4-2 serving in the second. Rinderknech has not been close to breaking today.
Two-piece. Third set. Alcaraz coming along nicely today. Quick reminder to stay connected to the US Open on Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube and WhatsApp. Join the conversation with hashtag US Open throughout the remainder of this event. Of course, heading into week 3 tomorrow. Fan week initially, which featured the reimagined mixed doubles championship by the Italians, Aryna and Vavasori. Juniors getting underway today around the outside courts. I noticed a kid called Hewitt from Australia on court 5.
Yeah, Crucio, isn't it? Leighton's son.
Get one or two of the juniors, don't you, with a connection to former greats.
30 love.
Enjoyed some wheelchair tennis before long. Wheelchair athletes back with us this year after missing the US Open because it coincided with the Paralympics in Paris. And some women's doubles be getting underway the last 2 or 3 days. So the place is buzzing. Another competitive. Looking to level the scores, serving at 2-3. 2 sets to love his advantage.
Sort of real mastery of his forehand there.
50 now.
The inside out was just drilled through the court, very flat, and able to just whip the second lower ball away. Plenty of topspin. Just the control of the speeds and spins, trajectories, complete mastery. That's just the kind of shot I would say he's been a little prone to throwing in when maybe focus dips slightly. You know, he's 2 sets up here. Need to play that shot. Perhaps just a glimmer of hope if Rinderknech can really knuckle down here, and Alcaraz does offer up a few cheap points.
30-15.
Plenty of first serves in this set. Alcaraz 85% have found the box, 11 of 13.
Dead.
40-15. Game, Alcaraz.
Tasty volley. So relaxed executing
3
that.
games all on the third set.
This is 4th round of a major, the sort of volley you see some of these players hit on the practice court.
Yeah. Alcaraz, when he competes, is as close as anyone to the relaxation these players feel on the practice court. He's hit that serve so well, Rinderknech. You know, it's easier for him with the technique he has to hit the slice serve than it is the kicker. But he's really opened up the angle to the juice court, got it short in the box, and as I say, getting the ball moving in the air, swinging away from Alcaraz. And the reason I say that, you know, his technique, he's a little front on to the court. Certainly doesn't get, you know, his back to the court as you think of in the way many of the great servers have done.
Ball. Ball.
30-15.
Fabulous accuracy. Alcaraz pretty much in the back fence, trying to return. Nice bit of swing to that serve as well, moving away from the Spaniard.
Ball.
Left, second service. (40-30).
Fourth double fault today for the man from the south of France, second of the sets. Just to proceed with caution here. Again, he's got him with the serve up the tee.
Rinderknech.
To build
Rinderknech leads 4 games to 3.
Another upgrade around the corner, as we were discussing earlier in the match.
15 love.
Oh, he's done it again. Maybe you could argue that by hitting this ball so hard, Rinderknech, he didn't give himself much time to get in and cover the angles, but you know, could easily have forced an error. But not today, not from Alcaraz. He's timed those balls beautifully.
Such a compact punch, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's happening at such high speed, but he looks so still on the shot.
40 love.
So hard to get this guy off balance.
(40-15). Game, Alcaraz. 4 games all, third set.
So no let up from the 2022 champion. Alcaraz played that final against Casper Ruud. It was all on the line, wasn't it, that day? US Open trophy in the world #1 ranking.
I'm interested to see if he adjusts his return position at all here, Alcaraz. You know, he went to the deeper positions in set 2, got himself a break, but I just feel like it's been less effective the last few games.
Fault.
Bring his forehand into play, but made a mess of that one.
Love 15.
See where Alcaraz stands here. On the outside, he has been almost in the front row. Looks like he's going to be sort of in between, not quite as far back this time.
Incredible piece of athleticism and tennis artistry.
That's like a lightning bolt at court level. Smart to lob over the backhand wing. This is a good backhand overhead. But not only does he get there, he crushes it cross court. My goodness.
Might be the shot. Just helps him break here. Rinderknech at love 30. Oh, got him again. Different kind of forehand that time. Spinny, awkward.
He's like the Big Dipper.
Love for 40.
Look at the revs on this thing. Dripping in quality.
It's come to life in this 9th game. 3 chances to effectively put this one to bed. First one saved. It's his very best tennis. Rinderknech now to escape.
Similar feels in this game to 2-3. Rinderknech serving in set 2, where Alcaraz, we talked about, he sort of willed the break. He raised his level, he made it happen for himself. 2 more chances to do just that here.
Fault.
Game,
Alcaraz changes gear. He's got the break, and he'll serve for a place in the quarterfinals. Line in the distance across the water, back in Queens. We've got Carlos Alcaraz serving for a place in the last 8.
out. $15 up.
Feels to me, Lee, Robbie courtside, I don't know if you agree, but there's a real focus on hitting his forehand consistently big here in New York this year. I mean, we know it's a big shot, but he's looking to go big whenever possible.
Fault.
too good. And then there's that side to his game as well.
Stephen Colbert on the big screen appreciating genius here.
We've seen everything today, haven't we? All of the razzmatazz of Alcaraz. It has been show-stopping.
(30-15).
Deadly combination. And after 2 hours and 11 minutes. (2022) champion. That's double match points.
Fault.
Game, 7 match. Alcaraz.
Alcaraz marches on in New York.
7-6.
It is
6-3.
a fourth US Open quarter-final. Treated us to a few moments of brilliance over the last 2 hours or so. Yet to drop a set here at Flushing Meadows. And we're getting used to this celebration. The swing looked pretty good today. Back into the final 8 for the first time since 2023. Number 2 seed advances 7-6, 6-3, 6-4.
Well, even his golf swing is well balanced. Of course it is. You cannot shake this guy. He put on a real show today. Rinderknech was in the match. I love the belief he showed in the first set. His chance, if you want to call it that, you know, half chance, his glimmer of hope came when he was 2-1 serving in the first set tiebreak.